name's CL Dazen, and today we're going to be talking about fats and whipping up some delicious coconut whipped cream served with fresh peaches. So good, you're going to love it. Now, a lot of people are pretty confused about what exactly a healthy fat is, so I'm going to clear some of that up for you today. A lot of people also think that a non-fat or low-fat diet is kind of your key to staying healthy and keeping yourself trim, but you know what the truth is? We really need fats to stay healthy and also for healthy weight management. Most of us do really well with about 30% of our calories coming from fat, but of course everyone's different, but that's a great place for most of you to start. Okay, so why do we need healthy fats in the diet? Well, one reason, we need healthy fats in order to absorb fat-soluble vitamins, the fat-soluble vitamins A, E, K, and D. We also need them because they provide a cushion to our organs and also help protect our joints. So, you know, when you turn around a corner and bump into the counter or whatever, without any fat, you're going to kind of do some damage there. We also need fats in order for our bodies to maintain healthy inflammation management system. Our bodies naturally are able to inflame and anti-inflame and keep the body in homeostasis. And without proper fatty acid balance, that can get out of whack, which a lot of people are facing today. A lot of people are chronically inflamed. We also need fats in order to make up our cell membranes. They're made up of fats. And that's how we receive, messages from other cells and how we absorb our nutrients. We also need fats for healthy hormone balance. Without fats, we actually can't make hormones, especially our sex hormones. Without, cholesterol for that matter, we can't make testosterone, estrogen, all those necessary sex hormones to just live a vital life. And lastly, let's all be honest, fat makes food taste delicious. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the different types of fats. And first of all, I just want to say that the difference between a good fat and a bad fat has to do with how that fat is processed, not how that fat or where that fat occurs in nature. The different types of fats, the way that we're going to classify them today is polyunsaturated, monounsaturated, and saturated fats. So, the polyunsaturated fats, or PUFAs, are the fats that are liquid even in really cold temperatures, or liquid even when you put them in the fridge. So they include all the seed oils, so things like hemp seed oil, canola, grapeseed oil, and also all the fish oils. And PUFAs include the essential fatty acids omega-3 and omega-6. Sounds great, right? Well, it is, as long as they're handled properly and they're consumed in the right amounts. So do your best to stay away from the mass-produced PUFA oils that are intended to be cooked with. These include corn oil, soy oil, canola oil is a big one, and cottonseed oil. So these oils, the way that they're processed, they use a super high heat to extract the oil. Then they're stored in plastic containers in a warehouse for who knows how long, and clear plastic containers exposed to light. So by the time you get them and you cook with them, they're pretty damaged and they're no longer nourishment to the body. Now, I usually have PUFAs in their whole food form. So I have some raw almond butter here, also some sprouted sunflower seeds, and some wild sardines. And you can also, some other good healthy sources of PUFAs would be like a cold pressed, unrefined oils of like hemp seed, walnut seed, hazelnut. Just make sure they're cold pressed, unrefined, and stored in opaque containers in the refrigerator. Monounsaturated fats are liquid at room temperature and semi-solid when kept in the fridge. And they include olive oil, so we got some olive oil here, and avocado oil, or avocados. And they are also pretty heat and light sensitive, so olive oil is usually stored in a pretty opaque dark green bottle. And so I would recommend not cooking with them generally. Light saute on like a medium-low heat is generally okay, but for the most part you want to just eat them raw. Olive oil in your salad dressings. Avocado oil is great to make your own homemade mayo with. Okay, so saturated fat is actually solid at room temperature, so it doesn't go rancid easily at all. So it's actually the best choice to cook with. sources of saturated fat include the tropical oils, so we have some red palm oil here, and also coconut oil. I actually don't have any on hand, but I have some coconut milk, which we'll be using today for that coconut cream, and animal sources of saturated fat. So we have some organic ghee here, and some grass-fed butter. And actually, animal sources of saturated fat can be really, really nutritious when they come from good sources. For example, like a pastured grass-fed butter is really high in the fat-soluble vitamins A, D, and K, as well as a lot of different trace minerals. Okay, so now for the fun part. We're gonna make that delicious, creamy coconut whipped cream. So, what you're gonna need is a can of full-fat organic coconut milk, a little bit of quality vanilla extract, and some honey. So what you're going to need to do is either put your can of coconut milk in the refrigerator for at least 8 hours. A lot of people like to just put it in there overnight. It can be more than 8 hours, so you could just, if you know you're going to be making this whipped cream, you're going to need it, in a few days, you could just stick it in the refrigerator. Or if you decide you want some, last minute, you can put it in the freezer for 1 hour. You don't want to go over an hour though, because then it'll be impossible to get the cream out. So I put this one in the freezer. So what you're going to do is open it, obviously. And what happens when it's in the refrigerator or the freezer is all that delicious fatty cream separates from the water and goes to the top. So you're going to skim this cream off. It's pretty solid, and you want to definitely leave the water. And it's going to be about the top third of the can. So just want to all of that off, make sure we're not getting the liquid. Now we're going to whip it on up. So what I have is an electric whisk, because I don't have a regular hand mixer, but you can use one of those as well. So you want to stick it on the medium to low setting and do that for about a minute. And then we are going to add in a couple teaspoons of vanilla extract and about a teaspoon of honey and stick it on the high setting. So here we go. And honey in there. So like I said, I love vanilla, so I have a little bit of a heavier hand than some. I'll do about 3 dropperfuls and about a teaspoon of honey. I just like to eyeball it myself. Okay, let's finish this off.
Acabar esse trampinho, sei não vai demorar. Volto pra lá rapidinho, voando que nem sabia. Subia, não ia sozinho, a vida vai melhorar. E assim eu meio doidinho, levanto e vou eu lá. Vou pra lá, pro bico do mato, danço do mato, danço do passo guará. Sei nem que é que eu faço, espaço para.
And voila! Okay, now you're done. You got this delicious coconut whipped cream. I like to serve mine with some fresh fruit, but it's so versatile. You can use it as a whipped cake topping. We used it for my son's first birthday party. On his birthday cake, pancakes, the sky's the limit. Hey babe, it's ready! Try this.
It's good. Thanks.
Like that? Okay, now I realize I'm challenging some pretty ingrained beliefs when it comes to what healthy fat is, and there is so much more to the story. So stay tuned for future episodes where I'm going to break it down further. And please let me know what you want to learn about, if there's anything more to this piece you want to learn about, or other nutrition topics in your comments, and we'll keep these videos rolling. Thanks.